basically, from what I heard, is that pseudo-history is a misuse of historical method. It's a dishonest engagement. Or, I don't know, though, because I've come across things that are called pseudo-history, and it's difficult to tell if the person's being dishonest. To accuse them of that, definitely, I would put more emphasis on flawed methodology that results in pseudo-history, maybe not a intentional deception.
Yeah,
What do you think?
I think it's possible to be both an honest and a dishonest pseudo historian. There are a lot of people who engage in pseudo history with honest motives, but as you point out, use sort of flawed methods or flawed premises. I get into this a lot. I do a lot of pseudo history and talking about pseudo history, particularly on my YouTube channel, which it tends to get somewhat heated sometimes when you attack narratives that people are deeply wedded to. Probably one of the prime examples, at least that I've done, is the whole Oak Island buried treasure myth in Canada. Those are flawed methods where people will look at things that happened in the past or are said to have happened in the past and reach a conclusion about how, pirates must have buried something on this island, centuries ago. And it turns out that the pieces of evidence they're relying on are not reliable or are, flat out fabricated or whatever. And there can be honest, misunderstanding of how those things work. But as you point out, the line between dishonesty and honest misappropriation of history lies in flawed methods. So I think pseudo history, it's a really big subject, and there's a lot of different motives within it. There's often a motive for, financial gain or popularity, because pseudo history tends to be much more popular than real history, and you see that, that's why the History Channel is so prominent. So I think there's a lot of different motives, but I think kind of what cuts across all of them is some sort of flawed methodology or some sort of flawed reasoning about what is evidence, what is reliable evidence, what is logical progression, how do we think about things that happened in the past in a rational way. Pseudo historians really tend toward the irrational, much more so, I think, than real historians do. So I think that's a hallmark of pseudo histories. It's marked by irrationality, whether honestly committed or dishonestly done for whatever reason.
Yeah, so flawed methodology, irrational conclusions, maybe they're being dishonest for whatever reason, entertainment or popularity or some nefarious goal. But so yeah, thanks for sharing what your thoughts are on pseudo history. I owe the Ctruth patrons a huge thanks for their continued support in my endeavor to explore and map the world of chronology. Thank you all. And check out these other videos while you're here.